Good Sunday morning, and welcome to A Cup with Joe
and Dakota.
Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Off to a great new week. Had a great weekend, and we're going to dive into Mount Hood coffee roasters, micro brew.
Oh, come on, sunshine. Let's get that in there. Oof, some good stuff today. Just we got some good ones. So
what's your take?
I feel like I'm just being redundant at this point, Joe.
Yeah?
It's a good cup of Joe. It's a good cup of Joe. You know, this, for me, is if you would have told 8-year-old Dakota,
That's scary, but okay, go on.
this is a grown-up drink, you can't drink it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was persistent. Come on, give me a drink, give me a drink. And you let me have a sip. This cup of Joe right here is that's what I would picture. Like, it's, a child is not going to enjoy it, but an adult with some sophisticated, wow, I fucked that one up already. Just a sophisticated palate is going to enjoy this.
So it's like the same, like Dakota, when they say, hey, Dakota, that's a kid's drink, don't drink it. You're like, oh, I'm drinking.
I mean, some
You're like
good old
inverse
Sunny
now.
D. I mean, the little barrel juices that you stick your finger through.
It's all sugar.
It's all sugar.
All sugar. Some
Friggin'
little
otter
coloring
pop,
in there.
the otter pop with just not froze. Oh yeah, that's my jam. Oh, otter pops. Oh, Joe, don't get me started on otter pops. Anyway, back to the coffee. Mount Hood Roasters. You guys got it going on. The Applegates up there in Mount Hood. You want to specifically, what city are they in, Joe?
They are from Rhododendron.
Look it up. Somebody got bored making that name.
Yeah, Rhododendron. I'm gonna keep saying it because I basically had to practice that word about 10 times. He thought he was gonna get me on it.
You did great, Joe. Did great.
But yeah, no. This Applegate family's been around since the 1800s when they settled as a group or as a colony, if you want to call it that, into Oregon. So they have ties going back.
They missed Utah and went north.
Well over 100 years. So 150 plus years. So.
Yeah, and I've said it once and I'll say it again. These mom and pop roasters that we've tried,
Right.
You can taste the love and the appreciation they have for the coffee.
Absolutely.
Like, this one isn't quite as flavorful or robust as last week's, but this one you could give me at 5 a.m. and say, here, drink some coffee, Dakota, or you could give me it at 5 p.m.
Yeah.
And if you gave me this on a consistent basis when you offered, I'm drinking it every time. There's no question. Last week's was a little on the sweet side, so I don't know if I would be like, oh yeah, I want this one bright and early in the morning, or maybe not late at night.
Mm-hmm.
This one, though, is a good balance of acidity, sweetness, flavor profile, all into one. I'm drinking that.
Yeah, so they blend 4 different roasts into this one, espresso included, and they have that medium dark for flavor, like we were chatting about before. This is a good cafe, even camping coffee that that you can just drink and not feel like you're having too much acidic or you're having too fruity or too whatever. It's just a very neutral, good coffee.
Like, you could have it by itself. It's got enough flavor to it that you could drink it by itself. If you wanted to have breakfast sandwich, eggs, bacon, cheese, go for it. You want to have steak and eggs, you could do that. You want to have just a friggin' ham sandwich. You want some coffee.
You're going to go ham?
You're going to go ham with this coffee, that's for sure. I mean, and you want to go have a nice Italian dinner or some Mexican food. I could drink it with any of them. All of it. All those things came to mind, and I was like, I could drink this coffee with it, I'm a little weird and would have to drink certain things with certain meals because I'm weird like that. I mean, clearly you can do water with anything, but this one's up there with the versatility of water.
This is flavored water.
It is. I mean,
just saying.
Technically, anything is. That wonderful whiskey we got right there too. There's actually the 3 of those. Wonderful.
Yep.
Flavored water.
Mount Hood Roasters is where history, the Applegate family, geography, and Oregon's culinary genius. and everything great about Oregon meats. And this really hits the note. And I like to point out, like, I think it was, what one was it? I forgot what it was that kind of kind of fell short. Like, it was really flat. This one just has that extra notch up on it to make it like it's not that flavor. Like, I don't know what that balance is right there.
I want to, Joe, I want to say it's a little bit, because it's a little less acidic. And at least for my palate, it is less acidic, and it has that you want to keep drinking it.
Right.
It has the I'm at a loss for
I can't
words
help you on
here.
this one. I don't know what you're trying to say.
The sweetness.
Okay.
And it has that very neutral, I think in most coffees, what most people look for is that neutral kind of dark chocolate cocoa taste.
Okay, I got you.
And it's not too overpowering. It's not. Yeah, it's exactly that. It's just not overpowering. There's nothing really in this coffee that's going to make you go, you want to keep drinking.
So typically, those type of coffees for me, I like to drink those more late at night, or even mix it in with like Irish cream or something like that, Kahlua or whatever.
Oh, yeah, I mean, anything's better with that.
Because it's very neutral, so you can taste the coffee, but the coffee and the nuts, whatever you're mixing it in, they're not trying to fight each other for your senses.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But no, a great coffee. I'm kind of surprised. Actually, I really didn't know what I was expecting when we got this one. It just sounded really cool. It was out in the mountains. It was kind of the history that went behind it. And when we look for some of these coffees, we want to know what everybody else is saying about it. The history hasn't been there for a while. Reviews, and if there's any uniqueness. And there's so many roasters out there that we can't go vet all of them. So one day we'll probably go back through Oregon, Washington, and our next date, starting next month.
This is gonna be a good one.
Yep, it's gonna be a good one. But yeah, so going through all these roasters, they're so unique, and they do a lot of similarities, but what sets the ones that I think apart that we've tried so far, that we've liked, are the ones that have like the single origins, the very attention to detail. They've been around for at least 20 years or more. I mean, some hit the lottery and they're just like knocking out of the park because their family's been part of the business for many years. Yeah. But like overall, those ones that can put extra TLC in it, that take their time, that they grow small and get larger like that, just seem like they have the best cups. So, but yeah, anyways.
Yeah. If you're just looking for a basic, good cup of Joe.
Yep.
This cup right here. This cup. That's the one you want to do.
It's the no bullshit cup of Joe.
Last week's, if you haven't got yet, go get, because it is an amazing cup of coffee.
Another way we compare those, that's more like a dessert coffee.
Yes.
This is more like...
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm telling you to buy last week's, because last week's is life-changing. Last week's is... will take you on a journey that you didn't even know coffee could take you. This week's... there is nothing about it, and I mean this with all due respect, there's nothing to write home about it, but I would drink this one every single day, on the hour, every time.
You just want to get tired of it.
Without fail. Because there is nothing that is going to blow your mind about it, other than it being absolutely delicious for exactly what it is.
Right. They're not trying to throw all the bells and whistles on it. They just want to make a good cup of coffee.
This is what we are. This is what we're doing. Bam.
Bam.
That's it.
Done.
That's all you need.
Done.
Done. Over with. So,
yeah, no. I'll try their coffee out. If you haven't tried it, if it's from Oregon or you've tried a Mount Hood's coffee before, I'd love to hear your thoughts on their coffee. Is there another coffee that you think that we should try, maybe in the future? Let us know in the comments. We'd like to hear your thoughts. And if there's any other Oregon roasters that you think that should make the list, in your opinion, when we circle back around, eventually we'll put that on our list.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah,
let us know in
absolutely.
the comments. And while you're down there in the comments, get us out there. Subscribe if you'd like. And give the video a like. It takes 2 seconds. Just click that little thumbs up, guys. We greatly appreciate the both of us. Me and the Cup of Joe guy over here.
So this is our 8th episode?
8th? We've already been going for that long?
I think this is our 8th episode.
Go back and fact check them, ladies and gentlemen.
7 with you and I.
Oh. Okay.
8 total.
So, that was that one. Before.
That one.
Before I got to you.
But we got 30 subscribers now.
Every single one of you 30 subscribers, we appreciate you
greatly. Yeah, so the goal would be, if we can get 40 or 10 more 40 total by next week, that'd be amazing. And
Heck yeah.
I'll continue to talk about coffees, other random shit around the world that you don't see on the mainstream media. And yeah, like what? Beards? Beards?
Beards.
Beards?
Women having beards.
Oh, women having beards.
Women having beards.
Okay, isn't it like a circus show or something?
There's enough women that like putting, I think, I'm going to assume fake beards.
Yep.
I mean, there are you special ladies out there that can grow some facial hair, which is wonderful. You guys, apparently out there, in case you didn't know, we're accepting of you. All you whiskerinas.
All beards are treated the same.
Whiskerinas, apparently, is what they're called, Joe.
Whiskerinas.
Would you, do you have any more insight on some whiskerinas and maybe a world famous or world champion goatee, by any chance?
So, I believe it's in Germany.
Okay.
Aaron or Aaron, however you say his first name, and his wife, Natalie Johnston, both in their 40s. They travel and do beard and goatee competitions.
They got some nice facial hair.
I didn't know you could do this with a curling iron. You just curl that thing up with a curling iron.
Aye.
Yeah.
That's all I got for you, Natalie. It's, wow. You do some crazy stuff, and I have seen men doing this, but the fact that she specifically uses fake, synthetic hair or real hair, but it is not grown naturally from her face. It is a wig of sorts.
Right.
And the fact that you can do this is absolutely, because it's not actually stuck to your face, and impressive. Very impressive.
And she creates her own from scratch, too.
That is.
Like,
So, Joe, just a little correction. They have been to Germany, but they're in South Carolina.
Oh, South Carolina. Okay.
South Carolina.
So maybe the Germany was the competition, or was it?
Yeah, I believe.
Okay.
I do believe the beard competition is. There's a really big one, like the
Oh.
World Championships, is in Germany. Which, speaking of, Aaron won in 2017, which got him a fairly decent thing
Right.
because he was able to do this full time now, doing the beard thing. Yeah. And what company does he work for with, Joe?
It looks like he's working with Amish Beard. They are one of the larger beard companies in the world. They've probably been here, I think. I forgot the year that they started. Their company, but they're worldwide. They kind of were not pioneers, but they were at the beginning
Okay.
of the beard oil product craze.
Cool.
But going back on this couple here, they have dedication.
They mean business when it comes to the facial hair growing, styling of the world.
170 competitions.
Yeah, that's all over the world.
In 9 years.
Yeah, like that's some dedication every weekend. Like they're like, hey,
I mean, that's like
over there curling and brushing and.
I mean, it's more than dedication of like the beard or the fake beard. It's as a couple.
Yeah.
Getting up and go 170
I wonder
times.
if they like bounce ideas off of each other. You know, like very.
It's pretty crazy, dude.
Very that yeah. I mean, who like, something for a couple to have a mutual like.
Right.
Beard is not what you think.
A fascination for
You know.
beards.
One exciting thing I did read about Mr. Aaron's beard is 27 inches long, and it didn't always have a beard. Had actually a clean-shaven face for his job, and then was like, I'm gonna give this a shot. And now it is 27 inches long. Like, that's a lot of beard, or goatee in this sense. What is the difference? I do not know.
So, because
at that point,
I've never been to a beard competition.
Yeah,
So I want to say that.
it would be fun to go to one.
But from my understanding is that a goatee is from stash to the hair on your chin, basically.
Okay.
Depends if you're going to go a full one, which includes this part right here. But an actual just right here is the goatee area.
Okay.
So I don't know if they singularly just focus on that area, whatever you can do with that area, no matter what the rest of your beard looks like.
Okay.
I don't know.
Kind of seems sketchy though. Like if you got like that long of a goatee,
Right.
and then you're like, shaving up the sides and like, what happens if you sneeze? I guess it's the same if you have a beard, but like if you sneeze and like,
Well,
what do you do at that point? Do you panic? Like,
so if you look at his face here in the picture, he's got like sideburns, and then he has that space right there.
Uh-huh.
So I wonder if that's like a technicality. If you part that area right here, it's considered a huge goatee, which I think is kind of a sham, honestly. But anyways, I'm just saying, like some people can't grow this part, and they can grow a great goatee.
I mean,
so
I do come from a long line of goatees, Joe. I'm not even gonna try and lie on that one.
you should rock one out.
You know, I have enough respect for my father that I don't want to do a competition between me and him. I'll take the mustache, Gene.
The mustache is the hardest part.
You take the goatee. We'll call it good.
But the mustache is the hardest part about the whole entire thing. If you got the stash, dude, this.
I know
this is the easy part.
it does look pretty good.
Yeah.
I know. I do that better than you, Gene. Sorry. Love you, Dad.
Yeah, no, we thought it was interesting.
It's very interesting.
Oh, like I've never heard of this type of competition or females getting this into
All you
beards.
whiskerinas out there.
The whiskerinas, dude. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah,
really
the fact that they even have their own name as a whole line of. Took me that long. I'm today's years old to figure that one out. That was very interesting.
So speaking of beards,
you're gonna tell me some things that I was wrong about, Joe. I was wrong about. Would you care to tell me what I was wrong about, Joe?
No, I'm not gonna dwell on the past and what you're wrong about. But you were wrong for shaving your beard off, for one thing.
But look at that mustache, though. It is a bias because it's on me, but it's a good-looking mustache.
Because according to studies, those men who do not have a beard, or the whiskerinas, I guess.
I mean, how long are you wearing that thing for? Yeah.
Just saying, you have a petri dish on your face right now, right here, all petri dish. They have found that men who shave have more bacteria and other things crawling around their face than men with beards or whiskerinas. So, they're doing studies right now to really say that by you shaving and open up your pores with a razor and whatnot, that bacteria is getting into your pores and skin. So,
Keeping the mustache, ladies and gentlemen, sorry. But I was very wrong. I was told by several people, and I've always been a mustache guy, but I had a nice beard, not as glorious and beautiful as that, but it was my beard. But I had a child recently, 2 weeks ago, actually, today, and made the decision that I was going to shave it off and have a mustache, because I was not going clean shaven, because I look like a 5-year-old little boy. And anyway, was very wrong, apparently. And moment of silence for it.
So I can't even say this word. We were trying to say this word, but
Not a chance.
But clean-shaven men were also more than 10% more likely to have colonies of staph.
I think that
on
is
their faces?
staph, but
Yeah, something else.
are you doctors out there? The lengthy version of staph.
So staph, YLOCOCCUS. That word, bacteria, it can cause skin and respiratory infections and food
even
poisoning.
food poisoning. Ooh, who'd have thought?
Right?
Hey, maybe it's not McDonald's' fault sometimes, you know? No dig on McDonald's. Wow. Not hating at McDonald's. McGriddle. Y'all got it going on.
But
McDouble. Ooh, lived off that for years. Anyway.
So why could this be relevant if this is like? So they did like a swab of 408 different hospital workers, and across multiple different hospitals, and this is how this test had become. So it's not a huge like number or what's the word I'm looking for? Not
So are you telling me there
group?
should be more whiskerinas in the
Dude, I'm thinking like
hospital world?
Everybody's got to get some facial hair going on because apparently this is better than a mask.
So if you walk in,
A beard's better than a mask.
I'm not touching that subject, Joe. But so if the doctor walks in and he's got a gnarly beard, this is a good thing.
Yeah.
You female doctors out there, I want to look into becoming a whiskerina.
Whiskering.
Could be beneficial. Very interesting though. It's funny how the world's kind of come full circle. We started way back in sanitary. We started losing beards because it was less sanitary, and look at us now, full circle. Beards are actually sanitary, and not having a beard isn't.
Right.
Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk?
So playing like, I don't know if you want to call it devil's advocate, but do you know that it's been over 30 years since we've had a new antibiotic for like just for us to get over a bacteria infection or a bacteria cold or anything like that?
And I mean, beards did start coming back roughly in the 30-ish years.
I'm just saying,
I'm
beards
not a
could-
scientist, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, if you're thinking about growing that beard out,
This may help become the new.
if you're getting sick a lot and you don't have that facial hair, give it a shot. Give it a month. See what happens.
It also may give you some like superpowers of being antibiotic resistant.
I mean, yeah.
So just saying, beards. We should look more into those. We should
Let's do it.
encourage beard growth.
Not because this is a beard channel.
It's good for your health.
It's good for your health. Comment, like, subscribe.
It's good for your health.
So, Joe, do you know what today is?
It's Sunday,
Do you know what it also is, Joe?
the 25th of February, 2024.
All correct answers.
Yes, I won.
Good job.
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
I got a treat for you today. You blessed me with some fudge last week.
Okay.
I got a treat for you today.
Okay.
National Chocolate Covered Nut Day. So, due to that, no, these were not sponsored, unfortunately. But I got some chocolate covered nuts here today. Is there a specific one you'd like to try? It looks like we got some almond and toffee. We got some milk chocolate with almonds. Or they specifically say this one in the article. Some peanut M&Ms. The most popular, in case you didn't know, chocolate covered nut in the entire world. Peanut M&Ms.
So at the beginning of the show, I wanted to say, you know what might go really good with this coffee? Chocolate and nuts.
Chocolate and nuts. Here we go, Joe. You want them? Let's get you some chocolate and nuts here.
All right.
Cheers to Chocolate Covered Nut Day, ladies and gentlemen. Goes great.
Actually, not bad, actually.
No. I just gotta make some
Yeah.
peanut M&M better.
No, it's going to be crunching the whole entire rest of the show now.
Yeah, that's true. I don't want to bore you guys with that. Anyway,
So tell us more about it, man.
so both of which are good for you.
Right.
Chocolate and nuts, contrary to popular belief. But like most things, in moderation. And I'm sorry to all you milk chocolate lovers out there. Milk chocolate's not the healthy one.
I'm not a milk chocolate fan. I'll eat it. But I'm not
Milk
a
chocolate's
fan.
good, but it's dark chocolate. It's better for you.
Right. More cocoa.
More cocoa. And you gotta love the nuts, all different types of nuts. Again, in moderation.
Right.
They're good for you. Yeah. So yeah,
So on.
delicious by the way too. Delicious.
So I was reading.
Delicious.
I'm not in the notes. Just randomly when I woke up today, because I like to read your notes when I wake up.
Thanks, Sarah. I got a joke for you too, though.
Yeah. I'm sure you do.
It's a good one.
I was reading the reason why people like chocolate so much is because it engages all of our senses. So from the smell to the taste
Okay.
to the visual and like the sound of either like a crunch or anything like that, all these senses, they engage you, and that's one reason why we like chocolate, or many people like chocolate. I just thought it was interesting. I never really thought about it, but it makes
That is
sense.
fair.
So,
Fun fact,
yeah.
if we're going on that, engaging all the senses, there could be a reason why peanut M&Ms are the most popular one.
Why is that?
Well, until the 1960s, peanut M&Ms in general were tan. After the 1960s, they introduced the colors of red, yellow, green, and now we have all different colors of M&Ms. So
Hmm.
going on that, the visual, you got the crunch. And see why they're so popular.
So,
It's fun times.
what do you call Chewbacca with chocolate stuck in his fur?
Chewy?
A chocolate chip Wookiee.
Okay. All right, Joe. Okay. So there's an old lady on a bus.
Oh no.
She's a very kind old lady and keeps giving her bus driver some peanuts. Just regular run-of-the-mill peanuts.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking like handful about every 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay.
Finally, the bus driver's appreciative, but like, he doesn't want any more peanuts. He goes, "Ma'am, why don't you just buy peanuts? Or why don't you just keep the peanuts? Why don't you just eat them?" She goes, "Oh no, I only like the chocolate off of them."
Wow.
Anyway, back to our regular scheduled program. So if you want to participate today in our chocolate covered nut day, go out. There's no rules, regulations, but go get you some chocolate covered M&Ms.
Yeah.
Go get you a symphony bar with some almonds in it.
Or
And if you're allergic to nuts, I do apologize because chocolate and nuts just go together great. I do apologize to all you that can't have it.
or just if you have like a chocolate factory or a mom and pop shop, head on over there, show some love to some chocolate and nuts. So, as we were discussing, there was a few things in the article that brought up the history of February 25th or
Some fun, extra
Yeah.
fun about today.
yeah,
Way back in 1857, for all you baseball lovers out there,
right.
this wonderful game that you all love. Until 1857, the game ended when there was 21 runs. Now, we've all watched baseball games, and they can go on forever.
Kind of like soccer.
21 runs. 21 runs is a lot. It could take forever. Sometimes it goes by super quick. But way back in 1857, they decided 9 innings. Everybody gets a fair chance, equal opportunity. But
Yep.
9 innings. That's when it ends. Done. Capped. Switching sports. February 25th, 1940. Joe, you like this sport.
Yes, I do like the sport.
Hockey was televised for the first time between the New York Rangers and the Montreal Canadiens. Thankfully, Canadians lost to the Rangers, 6-2. It's a little extra fun in there. And then, just because we're in the sports world here, this date, 1964,
Right.
Mr. Cassius Clay himself, and for all of you that are unfamiliar with Cassius Clay, that is Muhammad Ali,
Right.
got the heavyweight championship of the world. Yep. By a technical knockout in the 7th round.
He is a bad man.
He was,
Well,
unfortunately.
I'm just saying that's what he's. I'm a bad man.
He was bad. I know Cassius Clay. It was Muhammad Ali. My boxing repertoire is not as Joe's is. Sorry, but some fun facts about today. So
Yeah.
if you want to participate, go get you some of these. You stole my last name, God. Anyway, Mr. Mouthful.
It's supposed to fall off the.
What do you know about pour over coffee, Joe?
So pour coffee with just peanut in my mouth.
Yeah, steal my last name and M. See what happens.
Yeah, so pour coffee
Other than being great.
is great when you have the time to do it.
There is some inconveniences to it.
Oh, there is, and I think that's what this one company for Ukraine, right prior to the Ukraine and Russia conflict here, war for them, conflict for us, they were working on a new version of a pour over that's more streamlined.
Wild looking thing.
It is.
Super cool looking.
It's more streamlined. It does have its parts and pieces, but they're together.
Very simplistic.
Right.
Would look really cool on a counter.
Yeah.
Or a coffee cart, whatever you want to, wherever you keep your coffee.
Well, they even kickstarted and were given $13,000 towards their passion here.
I mean, super cool. They took a very simple thing, Joe, and made it very complicated in all the best ways.
Yeah, they so they're gonna retain the heat a little bit more, and they're gonna make the filtration part of it a lot more. I don't even call it more filtered, but a lot more. I can't think of the word.
Pure.
It escapes me.
Yeah. I get what you're saying, though.
It's a technical word for a
understand.
pour over. And anyhow, it's just you don't have to exchange the top out and the bottom out and do all these other things. It's all just one piece. Per se, it's connected to each other at least.
Yep.
But it works really well. And for $115 for a pour over, it's a little pricey, maybe, but at the same time, I think
the materials that it's made out of and what it is trying to accomplish, and clearly what it is accomplishing, I think justifies the price point. And like I said, it has that super modern, simplistic look to it.
Right.
That I think most people are gravitating to nowadays. And like we said, pour over coffee, it's just not a very quick, let's go for it, let's do it type situation. It kind of takes a little more thought, a little more effort. And I think this is streamlining it to a point.
Right.
But also you still get the complicated part of it too.
Right.
You know?
And as it says here, so since the dripper is purposely made of food-safe polycarbonate, or carbonate, is it carbonate? Carbonate, which has one of the lowest thermal conductivity. You got me starting to speak like Wisconsin all over again, dude. Anyways, overall heat
this
retention
is the best Joe you
is
can
improved. Is improved. So, like I said, the retention of the heat, being more efficient, and having everything together, it's just a new approach that is not out there right now. So
yeah, no, it's something very simple, because most pour over, it's just a little thing that goes on top of the cup, call it good, but very time consuming because you have to get everything right.
Right.
This almost is like a drip thing, because you put the coffee cup underneath it and you just pour the coffee on top, and it kind of just lets it ride.
That's a good point. It's like a drip without the power cord.
Yeah, no, and but because it's pour over,
right, you still have
it tastes way better.
No, I agree. I absolutely agree. If I have time, I do pour over.
Oh yeah.
I try to do French press. So when we start our drinks here for the show, we do the French press, and then we usually go into a drip afterward for a third or fourth coffee.
Yeah.
So
kind of tapers off there.
Yeah.
But quantity over quality at that point.
Right.
But I think the purest way to taste coffee and what you're going to get from your cup of Joe is pour over.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And I think this could open the world of the, average consumer into pour over. Something that they may have not thought about getting into.
Right.
Because, a couple years ago, Joe, drip was the only way I knew to do coffee. And I was like, why would you want to do this and do that? And then I had French press coffee for the first time camping. Shout out to Quinn. And coffee can be delicious.
Yeah.
Who would have known? I had no idea. And then there's pour over, and there's X, Y, and Z, and espresso, and so many different ways you can make it. And they all have their different, unique way of bringing out certain flavors and whatever.
Yeah.
And this one
it's
I
art.
feel is
it's kind of like an art.
and on the art piece, it kind of looks like a kind of crazy sculpture on the counter if you were to put it on the counter.
Right.
It's one of those talking points that maybe somebody comes into your house or wherever you're at that you have this, and it's like, oh, what is that? And you're like, oh, you want to see? Do you like coffee? And they're like, yeah, sure, I'll try a cup. And then you start making it for them.
Right.
Definitely could get you a new buddy to drink coffee with.
Yeah, and they we're talking about that. They have some other versions of this that they're going to come up with too, to really expand different brewing techniques. So I'm going to call it the basket part, but that's probably not what it's called.
Where you put the coffee in the filter.
Yeah, so they're playing around with that to try to extract as much from the bean, like close to 100%.
Oh wow!
So that you get everything. Like there's zero waste in taste, and
Yeah.
you're extracting everything from it,
Wow.
which would be really cool.
That would be super.
I'm not
cool.
sure how the nitro process works. I think nitro. I'll have to look it up again. I think the nitro process, it really extracts a lot of flavor from it too.
If you've never had nitro coffee before,
Yeah,
it's another one of those I would highly recommend.
yeah. But anyways, I thought it was really cool. I like to look for different things in the coffee scene in the world. I mean, obviously there are people who are a lot more of an expert than we are at this because we're learning on this every week.
Definitely, I've said it once and I'll say it again. I am not an expert. I am probably I wouldn't even say infant of this whole world, but I'm trying to make a way in it, and I'm really enjoying it, and I'm hoping that I'm bringing substance to this.
Hey, all we need is your charismatic self. That's all we need, Dakota. But speaking about charisma,
We cannot land on the moon without turning sideways. God damn it! What's going on, guys? I mean, you guys get to the moon. It's so cool, so cool that we can make it to the moon. But damn it, why's everything got to fall over? What's going on?
well, like to me, why didn't they think? Like, do they think of this stuff? Like, hey, could we maybe not land straight every time? Is it a potential possibility?
I mean, Japan lands on the moon, falls over. We talked about it last week. Intuitive machines. You guys did awesome. You got to the moon. You fall sideways. Is the moon moving quicker than what we thought? Like, I don't want
to go down that rabbit
digress.
hole about the moon, dude.
But we talked about it last week. Like I said, Joe, super cool. They were going to the moon. We were going to the moon.
Yep.
It was a private U.S. company. A little bit of funding from NASA.
Mm-hmm.
We were borrowing some stuff from SpaceX. We got to the moon, guys. We fell short, though.
But
A couple things happened. The cameras that were supposed to deploy to catch the landing, they didn't deploy. We landed.
isn't it funny how that happens, though?
We did awesome. But we fell sideways. And there is one thing that can get deployed now because it fell sideways.
But they're calling this a success, though.
Success as you landed on the moon.
Right.
We landed on the moon. Did you do, for everybody everywhere, intuitive machines, you landed on the moon. You did the hardest part.
But 2025, 2027, we're trying to put humans back on it. And we can't land a little rover where we're a video game culture. We can't video game this thing properly on the moon. I'm just saying.
I'm no expert. Y'all did way better than I could ever do. You got to the moon. You got on the moon. You landed on the moon. But I think collectively, we all need to take a step back, figure out how to land on the moon and stay upright.
So part of this, a mission, if you want to call it a mission.
It's a mission.
Is it a mission? Okay.
It was a mission. They were on a mission to make it to the moon. They made it to the mission.
Okay.
They were successful.
Okay. But part of this, before landing, they went through technological problems. Where basically they had to hack their own system, rewrite code to just make it on there.
Crazy shit happens. I understand that. There's a lot.
That's
There's
actually
so
really
many.
cool.
There's so many variables.
That part's really cool. Like, they could rewrite the whole code
But
and make it happen.
they were able to fix an issue.
Pretty big issue, though.
Maybe they need to add an arm that like just goes like this, flip them over.
I think they got to get one of those, like inflatable rafts or tubes.
Weebles wobble, but they don't fall over. Y'all need to get in touch with people that made that.
Yeah.
They don't fall over.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how you make a rocket like that, but like,
Well, when you're spending millions of dollars, you think you can figure that one out.
I think we're in the billions, Joe.
Billions of dollars with a B.
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 Billion.
B.
Billion.
B.
But yeah, intuitive machines. Congratulations. But damn it.
But the thing that I thought was really not concerning, that was a downer, was that they only have like 9 days to get whatever they needed to get, and basically the whole thing is scrapped because the lunar winter or the cold or whatever you want to call it, it just freezes everything up and they can't survive it. The batteries can't survive and everything. So it's kind of like you spend millions or billions of dollars on something that's only going to last 9 days.
Yeah. No.
I think that's kind of
Another completely off subject.
Yeah.
Might be getting crazy in this, Joe. But back in 1986, April 26th, do you know what happened? Chernobyl. Chernobyl is what you're looking for, Joe. They, to help clean up, the Soviet Union, granted this is back in the 80s, nothing happened good in the 80s, especially 86. I bet. Yeah, no, they used the lunar rovers that they, supposed to withstand space.
Right.
They lasted like minutes before they're, because of the radioactive. I can't talk.
I know, right? The radioactivity.
Because of the radioactivity. Thank you, Joe. It just killed the trees.
All
So the fact that we can last 9 days now through the cold and any type of radioactivity.
This is the dark side of the moon, though.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Or where Transformers live.
This is true. Maybe it's Transformers. But anyway, the fact that we can last 9 days now is fairly impressive, rather than just like a couple 6. Granted, Chernobyl was a very different scenario here, but it is unfortunate that it fell inside, and now that 9 days is dwindling fast.
Oh, but what, like, even if they would have like side rocket boosters that can push air, because you don't need much, because there's no there's no to little atmosphere on the moon.
We're just keyboard warriors here. We're hindsight. We don't know the science and all that behind it, but there's clearly a common issue of landing on the moon and falling sideways.
Well, I'm playing couch quarterback, whatever that's called. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, figure your shit out. Maybe we can get in touch with Japan and be like, "Hey guys, what went wrong with you?" And if there's a commonality,
right? So that's a good point right there. So
back to back lunar landings, and they both fall on their side. There's got to be something that made this happen.
Well, so a good point is that, like, I understand there's like the idea of like weaponizing potentially space and things like that. That's the military things aside. For science purposes and the endeavorment for man and everything like that, I don't know why they don't collaborate more country to country. Honestly, like, because like this is for
Can't we all get along?
But like I said,
to enhance all of our lives,
right? Or to discover more about the universe or whatever, or material. I don't know why. Like I said, on a non-military or national security per country, why we can't do these scientific endeavors to get it damn right, dude. Like, come on here. Like, get it right. Like, you put all these cool little gadgets and cameras and everything, but you can't land the damn thing right. And then, like, like when you sit around an R&D room, like, what do you talk about? Like, what's the worst case scenario? Well, I guess it blowing up would be the worst case scenario, right? But then you think
fairly close to that. It's got to be landing on its side.
Yeah. What if it doesn't
or falling over?
What if it doesn't land on point or a spot? Or what if it falls over? If it extends the legs out and it's on I think it was on a rock or a crater, and that's how it fell over.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man. Like,
there's got to be some way to.
Yeah. That's kind of my little rant right there.
Maybe the next time. Hopefully the next time.
But
they'll be able to, at least.
It just seems like it's like we should be beyond this.
Putting a lot of money into this, and
it just seems like we should be on this point now. And it seems like the same mistakes keep happening. Same mistakes keep happening. Sorry.
Same mistakes, and clearly it's not biased on the country.
Oops! I hit the microphone too. That thing went.
Sorry, guys. That was Joe. Still in a minute.
Chocolate latte.
I'm gonna get crazy here, Joe. Oh, that's good.
So if I tell you to aim high, what do you think?
Stars?
Or mountains?
Oh, I see. I see the segue you're doing here, Joe. It's Joe.
Yeah.
What is the tallest mountain on Earth?
Well, everybody says Mount Everest is.
Arguable.
How's it arguable?
Where does it start?
From the ground.
Where's the ground? Sea level. Bottom of the crust where it actually starts. Where it's at from the center of the Earth to the farthest point closest to the stars.
Do you have a diagram for this?
Thanks,
tell us more.
But, yeah. So it is argued that good old Hawaii is the tallest mountain.
I've been there. By accident, didn't know until years after that how tall it was. Because when you're on a volcano, you're not thinking about it.
You were on just the tip.
Yeah.
Because the rest of it, where it's at, Joe, it's below sea level.
Oh, what?
the water, I know it's crazy, right?
So how do we measure this stuff? Like do we start going like through the crust and just
so
add?
the common agreement of how we measure why Mount Everest is the tallest mountain is because we take from sea level.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Then it's argued that the tallest mountain, without bringing sea level or any of this into it, is Hawaii. More specifically, give me a second. Sorry, guys. Mauna Kea. Mauna Kea. This is where Joe touched just the surface.
I got a picture somewhere. I might throw it up here if I.
Let me get it on.
No,
But
yeah, I'll look for it.
But like we're talking like 10,000 more feet tall.
Yeah, that's pretty significant.
That's no
that's
bullshit.
That's like flying an airplane.
That's no bullshit. Some of you in the more central part of the U.S., that's bigger than most of your hills. 2,000 feet.
So what if you were a hiker climbing Mount Everest and you thought all your life, I'm going to climb the tallest mountain, the tallest point in the world. Now what would you say to them?
You're not at the tallest point. I'm sorry. All you that have climbed Mount Everest, good on you. But if you quite literally were trying to be on the tippitiest, toppitest,
Tippity-toppitest. Huh?
I'm just making up words now, but you wanted to be the closest to the stars that you could be, standing on solid ground. You're on the wrong side of the world.
Huh. That's interesting.
You need to get on top of Chimborazo. Chimborazo. And fuck that one up. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. God damn it. Ecuador. It's in Ecuador.
So what kind of phenomena makes that one
So
tall?
that fun, it's only slightly below the equator, and I don't know if y'all know this, the Earth is not round. I'm not getting into that, please. Good God, I'm not getting into it. But at the equator, there's actually a bulge, right? So we're more of an oval-esque, not... No.
Okay.
Please.
Yep.
The Earth is round. Sphere is questionable. A little... It's like
So roundish.
Just ish.
Roundish.
Ish. Arguable. Feel free in the comments. Leave me out of this. Science. Bulges a little at the equator because Chimborazo is right at the equator, and Everest is way up here in Nepal.
Okay.
It's on the bulge.
Okay.
Therefore, it's closer to the stars.
So is that considered to be the tallest point, you think? Oh, what one do you agree with? Because it's like one of those ones that probably scientists go back and forth on.
They all have their arguing points of making sense.
But where are you planting your flag on this one? I'll tell you where I'm planting my flag on it.
Or are we doing the highest point, or are we doing tallest mountain? Because either way, Mount Everest is not on there. I'm gonna say that. I'm not. Mount Everest is not where I'm taking my Dakota flag and sticking it in.
So let's say tallest mountain.
Tallest mountain?
Yeah. What one do you think it is?
Mauna Kea.
And why? For just your.
Take sea level out of it. It's the tallest. Like it is undeniably the tallest mountain, rock formation, however you want to pull this, is the tallest because we have the crust. Whether there's water or not, if we drained the ocean, which is a fantastic series if you go watch it, fascinating. But it's the tallest mountain. You only see this much of it.
Right.
But it's so big and so tall. There's literally an entire cities sitting on top of it. You've been there, Joe.
Yeah.
That's why I would argue that is the tallest mountain on Earth.
So
What about
I would say Mount Everest.
Okay.
And the reason why, if I want to, as a human,
Which you are.
which we are.
Good job.
Got that one right. Can't argue that shit. Anyways, if you had to make an argument that a mountain has a base, let's just say it has a base, and has a tip, or a point, or summit, if you were to climb it from base.
Ooh, I'm gonna get you on this one too. I'm gonna
to
get you on this argument.
Like, I'm not going to snorkel down to the bottom of that, then start climbing IKEA up to get to the top. Everest, you actually start from the ground and go to the top. So you're actually ascending the whole mountain versus just part of the mountain.
So, to argue you on this one. So, if you were to take and start at the
bottom have a good day, everybody.
Bottom of Everest, and you go as the crow flies, right? Straight to the top from the bottom of the top. Sure. You win that argument all day long.
So wait.
But-
Just say that again. I win.
It's on video. You can
Okay.
go back. You can watch it as many times as you want. But due to the way routes work and rock climbing and mountain climbing and all you that enjoy that and do that, you know that there is set lines that you parameter-wise
Right.
have figured out and go. That being said, Mount Everest still doesn't win. K2 wins that one as longest route.
So you're saying that they don't start from the bottom on Everest; they start somewhere else.
No, they start on the bottom. But the route is a lot shorter. You don't have to go around valleys or upside rock falls. You kind of have to wind your way up K2. So therefore, walking wise, ground level wise, starting from the bottom, getting to the top, shortest route, longest route, distance being the tallest, you think longest, K2 wins.
I don't agree with that.
I don't make the rules.
Oh no, you just made the rules.
I don't make the rules. I'm just saying, you were trying to argue.
Height is height.
It's up for debate, Joe. Up for debate.
Well, you're like 5'9.25", and I'm 6 foot. It is what it is.
You are not 6 foot, Mister. We had this conversation Thursday. There may have been some whiskey involved. This guy, as much as he likes to say he's 6 foot, he is 5'11" and millimeters from 6 foot. Don't you come at me like this. Anyway, clearly can be discussed.
Mhm.
Fun topic. Talk with your friends. Look into this. Look at this. It's very interesting. Very interesting. That coffee's getting to me, Joe.
Whee!
Let's go party. But if you want to get closer to the stars, the closest that you can possibly get, standing on Earth,
Chimborazo.
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 It's something like you would hear from like the Italians and like
Mhm.
the mobsters.
Yeah.
Or something. Anyways,
But anyway, if you want to be on the
That's cool.
closest to the stars, not necessarily
the tallest.
the tallest,
Oh, like Mount Everest, yeah.
I'm gonna let you have that, Joe. Chimborazo's the way to go. If you want to say I was the closest to the stars I possibly could be.
So you want to sign us off?
I think for the betterment of the fun of this video. Anyway, something to think about. What do you think? Let us know in the comments. While you're in the comments, maybe give us a like. If you want to, maybe engage this next weekend. It's the first of the month. What does that mean, Joe?
We are going live.
You know how you can know that we're live?
Because we're going to have a premiere that's going to be on YouTube up 24 to 48 hours. So,
And if you subscribe, hit the notification bell, you get notified that it's going to premiere.
right?
You can get on the countdown.
And we're going to visit California
Mm-hmm.
and try some amazing
gonna be
roasters
fun.
from California.
Hopefully amazing.
Well, that's what the description's saying. So we'll find out, right?
Ooh, that's a bold statement, Con. But you can subscribe, hit that notification bell, and you will know when we go live. And we would love to have you in the chat.
Absolutely.
Last month there was some technical difficulties that we had.
The growing pains.
Hopefully we made it past all those. It should be fun. The microphone should work. We won't have to wait 48 hours. It'll be 8 a.m. Are we doing 8 a.m.?
We are doing 8
We're
a.m.
doing
Mountain time.
8 a.m.
Mountain time.
Mountain time. Mountain Standard Time.
Yep.
Yep. We're going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be fun. And that's a cup of Joe.
With Dakota.
You know it.
Have a good week, everybody.
Cheers, ladies and gentlemen.
Cheers. Mount Everest.
Fuck you. That's all I gotta say. No, Joe.
Yeah.
If somebody were to tell me this is an adult drink, like as a kid, like you can't drink coffee, like it's for adults. My little fucking 8-year-old self.
You like that?
That's what I would think that tastes like. It's not bad.
So once again,
I'm not writing home about it,
I
but
don't-
that's what it tastes like. This coffee is coffee that should be put in every single restaurant.
I'll say
And
cafe. Everything is single cafe. This is a good cafe coffee. Well, like a mass-produced cafe coffee.
This was interesting though. I could see it because it's been argued that like the more you're outdoors, the more you touch it, the more you do shit, the less you wash your hands. Like I mean, clearly for hygiene, wash your fucking hands, but like having it there though, like that would make sense. Make a lot of sense. Why I don't get sick as much in my house as other people, because I'm the only one with fucking facial hair. I also touched my face a fuck ton more.
Say this word. Say this word.
Salafakafa
It starts with a
caucus.
T, ST, dude.
Salafakafa caucus.
I don't know what it says either, dude. Like, you're being smart ass and shit. Now to figure this one out. Ranch
Sound
waters?
like an alcoholic.
Ranch water.
Almost. It's well,
You drink it from the barrel again?
technically, I believe ranch water is like seltzer water, vodka, or tequila. Shit, anyway, but
I've never
mine's
heard of
just
it
the
before, that's
pre-made in the can.
Oh.
It's actually pretty tasty. It's like it's one seltzer that I actually enjoy because it's not doesn't taste super. It is very. It's like the seltzer water they drink.
Mm-hmm.
Like it has a hint of the flavor of whatever the fuck it is. Okay, so usually it's tequila, lime juice, and sparkling mineral water. So like Topo Chico, tequila, and lime. Bam, there's your ranch water. You and Mike just fucking.
Dude, you're
Give
like
me
you're
some-
straddling the microphone, man. Just let
Give
the
me some-
microphone breathe.
I like the microphone, Joe. It's a good thing, Joe.
Okay.
Have fun editing this part, Joe.
Yeah.
It's gonna sound real cool, Joe. Sip.
Yeah.